innocence left our faces, and humanity soon lost and wasted. But when your every day is hell sent, can the world become more cruel? The earth it sinks as death draws near.
And welcome to episode 13 of the Darth Show. So this is a little late episode. Sorry about that, guys. I usually like to upload the episodes on my days off on Tuesday or Wednesday. But I had a little dilemma. My brother was in town. He lives in Florida. I only see him about twice a year. So I wanted to spend some time with him. And I didn't really have time to do my podcast, but I'm doing it now. So, hey, it's better late than never. This episode was going to be a little more into Comic-Con, what got announced. Not much really got announced, so it's not really much worth talking about. I mean, Thor looks cool, Justice League looks cool, but really there's not much to talk about. So I'm just going to do a normal episode. So let's begin with the weekend movies. This was actually a pretty decent week in movies. We have I think one of the best movies of the year so far. A movie that was And then I got to talk about my classic movie review of the week, which is a big surprise that I'm actually reviewing this one. Alright, so first let's get the bad out of the way. And that is Valerian and the City of 1,000 Worlds, Planets, however it is called. This movie was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Is it a good movie? Absolutely not. Mainly the reason behind the reason why I don't care for this movie, and it's a movie I'm personally never going to watch again, is because I'm a guy who I love story, I love characters, and Valerian has none of that. Valerian looks pretty. That is the best I can really say about Valerian, the City of 1,000 Planets. But other than that, it was just wasted. The main actors, Dane DeHaan, and I think it's Cara Delevingne, or however you want to say her name. This is strike three for me. That one stupid come-of-age story she did a couple years ago, I hate it. I did not think it was a good movie at all. Then, she was Enchantress in Suicide Squad, and she was the thing that made me really not like that movie. So, Valerian City of 1,000 Planets, I recommend not seeing it. And I think it's proven. I just can't believe they spent over $200 million on that movie. It's a waste of money. But that's just my personal feeling. And now I'll talk about my favorite movie of the week. And that is Dunkirk. Dunkirk, the latest movie directed by Christopher Nolan. Unlike my fellow YouTube channel, I am not a Christopher Nolan hater. Christopher Nolan is the greatest director of the 21st century. And Dunkirk is his Saving Private Ryan. And yes, I do believe Christopher Nolan is the next Spielberg because he hasn't made a bad movie. I really like Dunkirk. I thought the movie it was beautifully made, shooting the war scenes, and I don't feel like what most people feel like. I don't feel like the movie had to be rated R. Sure, some World War II movies are rated R, and I think a lot of them deserve to be rated R. Dunkirk, I never really felt that had to be rated R. And a lot of people's complaints about the movies is that it doesn't have good characters. And the thing I liked about Dunkirk, it takes place in like a week. You have like 3 different campaigns. You had the boat campaign, you had the air campaign, and then you have the land campaign. The land campaign takes place in a week. The boat campaign, I don't know how long that one took place. It took a little longer. But the air campaign took about an hour or two. And just the acting in this movie was just so good. There wasn't an actor who was wasted. If you talk about Harry Styles, I thought he was good in it. If you talk about Mark Rylance, he was good in this movie. And then you also talk about Tom Hardy. I thought Tom Hardy was really good. And I thought they did a really good job of doing the realistic dogfights in the air. I thought that was really cool. And the movie didn't need blood and gore because a lot of it's a sea battle. And most of the people that die are going into the ocean. So you're not going to see blood everywhere. They're just going to go down. They're going to drown. And I felt like that was a really way that Christopher Nolan did the movie. Christopher Nolan is just, I love him. He's one of my favorite directors directing right now. And I really had too many problems with Dunkirk. I gave it an A because the only reason I did give it an A+ was because the characters is a big notice thing. But one thing I always loved about history was that you just see the event. And I think this was an excellent portrayal of the events of Dunkirk, as said by the veterans of the actual event of the Battle of Dunkirk. Very good movie. Christopher Nolan, I can't wait to see what you do next. I will be shocked if this movie is not in my top 10 at the end of the year. And now it's time to talk about my classic movie review. I'm a little behind. This movie will actually not be reviewed this week on the Darth Easy YouTube channel. I'll probably have 3 reviews out next week. I'm doing that. Then I'm going to have Apocalypse Now. That'll be next week's show. And I'll also have, next Sunday will be my first of my Indiana Jones marathon reviews. But this week I'm talking about Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And my brother wanted me to watch. Whenever I'm with my brother loves movies, and he, since I see every new movie, we have to watch old movies, and we watched some really old ones. I watched When Harry Met Sally for the first time. I watched a Cary Grant movie. I keep forgetting what it's called, but the comedy in it, or the dialogue in the movie, was just so quick, and I loved it. And I also watched Excalibur, but the thing to talk about is the movie I wanted to talk about was Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I thought this movie was a great movie. And the movie is it's not actually what you think it is. It is a coming-of-age story directed by John Hughes. But you're thinking, okay, so it's a coming-of-age story for Ferris Bueller. No, it's a coming-of-age story for his friend Cameron. Cameron, he's shy, and the music in this movie is just so good. You also have other things that I really, really liked about the movie. I mean, just some of the shots were good. The one that, just some of the funny dialogue is when they hand the Ferrari off to the guy into the garage, and they're like, "Listen, this guy's a professional." He's like, "Yes, I'm a professional." And he goes off driving the Ferrari, and they play the Star Wars music. You're just like, what the hell? And this is just a fantastic movie. It is a great time. So I really enjoyed Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I haven't really decided what my score for this movie yet. So make sure you check out my YouTube review of it. That'll come out in August. So that ends the week in movies. And now it's time to talk about TV. Once again, another slow week of TV. I'm still waiting for summer to get over with so we can get to some of the good fall TV shows. But for the TV show, we got to talk about Big Brother 19's episode 12 through 15. So Battle Back happened. Cody returned. Yay, I guess. Then other things that happened. Jessica won she got the twist where she could basically freeze the vote and just makes them restart the week. At the end, the Ramsey guy goes home. I wish the Josh guy would go home because, God, he's so fucking annoying. So that's all for Big Brother. Not really much to talk about. Now it's time to talk about Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 2, Stormborn. This is the episode we see Dany. She's finally in Westeros. Last episode we had a little cool segue for Dany actually getting to Westeros, of her going to her ancestral home. She's in Dragonstone, and she and Tyrion are just playing out their war, and they have a good strategy going on. And I like what Olenna Tyrell, she says, don't be like everyone else. You're a dragon. Be a dragon. Become like Aegon. You're a woman in a man's world. You got to do this. And then your other things happen. Jon Snow is going to go to Dragonstone to get the dragon glass and meet Dany for the first time, her aunt. So I'm curious what's going to happen the rest of the season because, to be honest with you, I have no idea what is going to happen. And then that battle scene at the end when Euron attacks Yara's fleets. And it was a hell of an episode, a hell of a battle. I really did not expect the gift to be her. I thought it was either going to be Tyrion. I thought the gift could have been Gendry, but I did not see that one coming. So, Game of Thrones, I'm looking forward to it. The episode comes out later today, or it's actually it's 2:11 a.m. Central Time as I'm recording this podcast right now. So, the episode will be out. I'll get to watch it around 11 tomorrow. I can't wait. Now, video games, I'm actually just playing an old video game. Well, I wouldn't say old. It's just a game I've been playing. I've just been playing Dragon Age Inquisition, but I don't really have much to say about that. It's a fun game I enjoy playing. Next, we gotta talk about the anime reviews. This is everything going on in the world of anime. And first, I gotta talk about Boruto, episode 15, I believe. And no, it's actually 17. It's called episode 17, Run Sarada. And this episode you have Sakura and Ino. They're going on vacation, and Sakura has been stitching a bear. So Sarada has to go to the hospital to deliver the bear. She forgets the bear. It's a little filler episode. Very innocent little, like, Boruto episode. I really enjoyed this episode. I didn't have much wrong with it. Now we gotta talk about the season finale of Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, season 12, episode 12 screen, and it is the main event! So, this episode, Attack on Titan, I really, really liked. And we get some closure, and this season, I like that it, like, the first season took place through a long period of time. Season 2 takes place, I think, in like a week or so. And just this finale, which is so good. And you have Eren meet face-to-face with his mother's killer. And it's just such a heartbreaking scene for Eren. And he's like, at the end, he's just like, it's like, what am I? What have I... It's like, have I learned nothing? Have I not grown since at all? And I really like that. And then we find out that Eren can actually control the Titans. And that was something I did not really see coming. And I'm curious what they're going to do with and then at that last shot of the season is you have the one guy, he's on top of the furry gorilla, and he just whispers, "Not yet." What the hell does that mean? I'm curious to find out. And that ends anime reviews. And now let's move on to books. I've been reading Star Wars Ahsoka. Not much more to really update you about. So that really ends that. So now let's talk about upcoming. So I don't really have much to talk about for the upcoming for next week. Or I guess this week. Because actually it's already posted. With the movies already came out. So you already know what the movies are good and which ones are bad. Shocker, I'm not going to be seeing the Emoji Movie because it's got like a 4 or 5% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I hear it's like a discounted version of Wreck-It Ralph. I'm good. I'm going to go see Atomic Blonde because the movie looks like it's going to be a fun little action movie. I heard it's not the greatest, but hey, I need something to be the worst on the Easy K show. And guys, that really ends the Darth Easy show. This is a little shorter episode than I was actually anticipating. But hey, I had to get this episode out. I mean, Comic-Con, I could have talked about some Comic-Con stuff. Like, the only thing I want to really briefly talk about of Comic-Con was I'll talk about the Ready Player One. I think that looks really awesome. I think it's going to be something really special. Haven't read the book, not going to. So guys, that really ends episode 13 of the Darth Easy Show. So what you need to do right now is you need to go to my YouTube channel and go subscribe to the Darth Easy YouTube show. I do movie reviews, TV, video game, anime, and books at a timely manner. I've been a little behind right now. I have reviews coming up of Broadchurch, of Valerian City of Thousand Planets. I'll have I'm a little late on my classic movie reviews. Sorry about that. And guys, I've also started a Patreon account. What is Patreon? Patreon, you can go onto patreon.com and you can donate money to help support the Darth Easy show, movie, for my YouTube reviews and podcasts. This is all voluntary. It's a voluntary service. You don't have to. I'm not going to be doing anything special yet until if I get a follow on Patreon, I will probably be doing special like Q&As and probably stuff for special viewers. But right now, I just set it up. I just like let's just set up a Patreon account. So guys, if you want to support me on Patreon, it would be much appreciated. But you do not have to. I'm not asking for your money. But if you love the Darth Easy show, if you love my YouTube videos, I ask that you support me on Patreon. Also, make sure you go check out a new app on the Apple Store, Androids, and it is called Stardust. Stardust is a little app where you can do a 30-second reaction to the latest movies you have been seeing. I have been doing a lot of Stardust reactions. I just did one of Valerian City of 1,000 Planets, and I've been getting some big followers, and the people like Collider and Smo Snow, they've been really talking it up a lot. So guys, go get Stardust and tell them that Darth Easy sent you there. And guys, that really ends episode 13 of the Darth Easy show. So make sure you guys keep on following, comment on section below, download this on iTunes, and spread the word about your friends. So guys, until next week, I'll see you next week, and take care, stay safe. Bye.
Bleeds as fear now drowns us. My God, the pain is never ending. A nightmare wide awake. Dawning onto dusk, the war is raging on. Enemies surrounding, now's the time to risk it all. What's the story we will tell? What will our eyes convey? The crushing weight of all we love within our hands. If there is a God above, is he with us or against us? Clinging on to life we must abandon.